The only thing that I knew of hunting was basically that my family didn't like it.
I was 100% an anti-hunter. I could not imagine my little boy ever wanting to kill an animal.
And I basically went to my parents, mostly my mom was the one that was against it, and said, hey, here's something that I want to try, and here's why I think you should let me try it.
I sent money to PETA, I sent money to Greenpeace. I still remember one thing that Joe said to me that convinced me more than anything else that it's not mean. Like, Mom, you eat meat? Yeah. I said, but I don't meat the meat. You see this beautiful deer and you kill it, that's just mean. He's like, Mom, that beautiful deer has lived a wonderful life, roaming around in the woods. Think about the life the cow that you just ate is having, trapped in a little cage and living in its own feces. And I'm like, I guess I really can't argue with that logic.
My mom was the big hurdle. My dad would follow me into battle with it. He's like, you get it cooled with Mom, we'll go. But you get it cooled with Mom, kind of thing. And she's like, I can't argue with this. So she's like, I'm not saying yes, but I'm saying I'll think about it. Like, victory. Kind of that same point where I was coming into the interest of hunting and starting to hunt. My dad started traveling more and more for work. The time that I did have with him was largely weekends and like a little bit during the week kind of thing. Hunting with my dad was the only way I could go. My first squirrel hunt, he was there. My first turkey hunt, he was there. My first deer hunt, he was there. He never cared about himself killing anything. I think he recognized the camaraderie, quickly realized what it could do for him just being there. Seeing me that happy, seeing the whole world wake up in the morning. Go, 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 business, Brazil, Europe, back to Texas, back to Maryland. Comes back on Friday night, and then Saturday morning we're sitting in a deer blind and none of that shit matters. I would fall asleep on the couch watching hunting videos, and he'd stroll in from a red-eye flight at 3 a.m., put on some coffee, wake me up. He's like, are we going or what? And we'd be gone all weekend, and then he'd get back on a red eye on Sunday, be out, and I'd see him again the next Friday, pick me up and go hunting again. Initially, my dad showed no interest in actually hunting himself. It wasn't until we started getting a little bit more into waterfowl. I think what he fell in love with, honestly, was watching the dogs work and watching birds decoy. It wasn't even so much shooting them, but he just loved the camaraderie of being able to sit in a boat and bull crap with the guys, drink coffee, eat donuts. He kind of fell in love with that aspect of hunting. He goes, I think I might want to try to hunt. I want to shoot one, which was like completely out of left field. We've never heard this before. Had a big group of geese coming in, we all shot, and he shot too, and I'm like, yeah? He's like, yeah, this is cool, I'm into it. I think I was 16 or 17 at the time, so I had done a little bit of like part-time work while I'm in school, and I'm like, I'm gonna get him a gun for Father's Day, and it's gonna like be super cool. I went to Walmart and bought a Mossberg 88 Maverick, which is the cheapest piece of shit you can possibly buy. It's like literally plastic, and the receiver's like 2 bolts held on to the stock. It was $188. Like, that's the one, here we go. So I bought it. It was a pretty special moment for everyone involved in that one. We used that thing in 3 different states later on in life, because we hunted Texas together, Missouri together, Oklahoma, 4, Oklahoma, and Maryland. Basically any opener we treated as a holiday, and it was just like September 1, we're somewhere shooting geese. October 6 to 10, whatever that first Saturday in October falls on, we're shooting ducks somewhere. October 1, we're gonna go up to bow camp. We became a part of this deer camp up in the UP way later on, and he'd drive up 26 hours from Texas come up for opening day, literally hunt from sunup to sundown and go, I gotta get back, and 26 hours back without sleeping. So that's when I started to realize this dude is making a huge sacrifice to make sure that I can do what I want. But he's like, hey, it's opening day, I'm gonna be there, because this is what we've done for the last 7-8 years. And then later on in life, it was kind of a, hey, I got this week I can sneak out of work. Let's go to Maryland. Let's do something cool. Let's go hunt sea ducks out on the coast, or let's go down to Texas, or I called him and I said, hey, we're gonna be in the very southern part of Oklahoma. He lived in the very northern part of Texas. I said, come on up, let's shoot some stuff. Shows up with 2 cases of beer and a bunch of pizzas, and just absolutely piled up the ducks, piled up the geese. Went out that night, shot hogs with night vision. It was just cool, just so cool. That was the last time that we hunted together. Oklahoma. I went to a farm that we hunted together a lot, and I had his ashes with me. And I picked out a rifle round for my 300. His name up at camp was Big Mike, because he's just this mountain of a dude. And so I wrote Big Mike on the side of the bullet. And opening morning comes and I chamber that round. A buck comes burning across the field chasing a doe. And so I put the rifle up on this buck and I squeeze the trigger, click. I'm like, what the heck happened? I pick up the round that had his name on it. It hit the primer. It was just a dud shell. That dude was always pulling jokes on people up on camp and just messing around, so he kind of figured that was his way of messing with us one more time. It was a pretty cool moment. Spread some ashes up there. It was cool. Every single moment that he was here was something cool. So I've got Chase half the time essentially. So I make sure that time that I have with him is doing something super cool. And hunting wasn't my dad's thing, but it was my thing. So that was what we did. Right now, hunting seems to be Chase's thing, but if for some reason down the road it's not, and he wants to take up figure skating, you'll see my ass in pink tights and I'll figure skate. I don't give a shit. It's gonna be whatever the dude wants to do, that's what we're gonna do. But that's the biggest thing that I learned from him, is take whatever time you have and just do it. The difference is you're not out there to kill this target buck on your camera. It's gonna be, you're out there to bring him into the experience, and you're gonna blow some deer out of there. If he's hunting with me, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna eat cookies in the blind. We're gonna watch Paw Patrol if we have to. We're gonna, whatever it takes.
Chase, when they got a deer the other night, they come over to show me, and he's all puffed up and, yep, well, she's a big one, and it's just adorable.
We're hunting ducks and geese, and Dad shot the geese and the ducks and geese first, but I finished them all off with my BB gun.
Just those little experiences is gonna be worth way more to me than I would rather take that than miss that opportunity and go somewhere else and shoot a big pile.